guys, it's Chef Andrea with Q&A with Chef A, and today we've been talking about heat. We've been talking about ovens, convection, let's see what else, I don't know, heat, energy. Now I'm going to talk about air fryers. So the reality of this story is this podcast, this couple minutes about air fryers, are really what the request to talk about this is what made those other 3 podcasts happen. Because I don't think we can talk about air fryers until we understand a little bit about the science of heat, the energy of heat, the trajectory of that heat energy, and convection. We need to know what those are to understand what an air fryer is. I'm going to give you a very short definition of an air fryer as far as I understand the tool, okay? An air fryer is a countertop convection oven. Okay. So if it's a countertop convection oven and you say, wait a minute, I have a convection oven. My oven works on convection. Do I need an air fryer? We'll answer that question. If it's a countertop convection oven, yeah, but I have one that also works as a sous vide and a slow cooker. That's right. There are models out there that you can program digitally to do different things in that cube. But while using it as an air fryer, what you are doing is working with a countertop convection oven. Air fryers. What an air fryer does is it works with the concept of relatively high, so about 400 degrees. Most things you do in an air fryer will be around 400 degrees. So relatively high heat that is moving via a fan. Convection is simply a fan. That's all that means, is a fan has been engaged with high heat. And watch, you don't need to be on high heat to be on convection, but in the case of an air fryer, high heat plus a fan makes for very efficient cooking in a very short amount of time, and gets this very dry, crispy exterior to most of what happens on that high heat with that fan running. Do you need an air fryer? If you have an oven that has a convection option, anything you do on convection is going to get the same effect. So as long as you're working at a high enough heat and you've got that fan blowing and it's just circulating heat efficiently, and keeping a nice dry cooking atmosphere to get a crispy exterior texture, you do not necessarily need an air fryer. Why would you get one if you also have a convection option on your oven? 2 answers to that. One is that you have tried to make crispy frozen French fries from a bag in your oven on convection and it was a fail. Okay, if that has happened to you, I want you to go back and watch our 15-minute podcast on convection and using your convection at home. My guess is if you've attempted things in your oven on convection that didn't get the texture you were looking for, you were probably on the wrong convection setting. You were probably doing your French fries on convection bake, not convection roast. And if that was the case, your oven was very likely 25 to 50 degrees cooler than you realized it was. So check my convection podcast for details on that. Do I need an air fryer if I have a convection oven? Maybe, but you say, well, I've tried frozen French fries on convection. They didn't work. That could be one answer. Here's another reason why you might be interested in an air fryer, even if you have a convection option, and even if you really understand how to use it and are doing everything on convection roast and really controlling the temperature yourself. The efficiency factor of a countertop air fryer is pretty considerable because they don't require a preheat, generally speaking. Now, I had a customer tell me recently that her manufacturer instructions told her to preheat it. I don't understand that. And let me explain to you why that is. My air fryer at home, I'm going to show you a picture of it. I pulled it up on my phone. My air fryer at home is this one. Philips Premium. It's just a big box, right? This bottom piece here is a handle. I pull it out and there's a basket in it and a drip tray. The whole top part of this is the heating element and the fan. The whole top part of it. This doesn't weigh anything, the bottom part, but the top is really dense and heavy. That's the heating element and the fan. Here's why I'm not interested in a preheat option on an air fryer. This is an empty box, a drawer. This is a heat element with a fan. I engage that to 400 degrees and I let it go for an hour and then I open the drawer. Whew. There went all the heat. I mean, instantaneously. This is too small of a device to maintain any of that heat once I open the drawer. So the preheat your convection oven, the preheat your air fryer. I'm not sure that I agree with that. It might have told you to preheat it if you're using your air fryer in a different way. Some air fryers work as a broiler. Some air fryers work as a toaster, something like that. But for just basic air frying, one of the reasons you would get a countertop air fryer and forget the oven, even though it has the option for convection, is that there's so much efficiency in the concept of this tiny little box not needing a preheat. Why doesn't it need a preheat? Because it's going to get to 400 degrees like that. Your big old oven, even with a fan blowing, is going to take 8 to 12 minutes to get to temperature, depending on the temperature you set it for. That's inefficiency. But this tiny little box, mine is the size of a shoebox. We've learned already from our previous 3 podcasts that heat transference, right? The smaller that space, the more efficient that's going to be. No question about it. So I also don't have a convection option on my old wonky range at home. So it makes sense for me to have a countertop one. But even if I had convection option in my home oven, I might consider buying an air fryer solely for the efficiency factor. And again, that has something to do with the fact that I cook for 2 at home. So I don't need to make 12 servings of chicken. I need to make 2 servings of chicken. And I can do that really efficiently in that little box. No preheat, super crispy, serves 2 people, move on with my life. In the time that it takes me to put something into that basket, push it shut, set it for 12 minutes, I will have it on the plate faster than my big oven could have gotten to that temperature in a preheat. That's the efficiency to me of the air fryer. Why is it called an air fryer? Because somebody was selling you the concept that you could get crispy food without deep frying it. Well, yeah. I mean, ask cavemen. They figured out how to put food on a stick and rotate it over fire. They didn't have palm oil to deep fry into, right? The idea behind crispy food is high, dry heat. That's all that it takes to make foods crispy. High heat and dry heat. That's it, crispy foods. You can replicate that by deep frying in a lot of oil, but the reality is if you use your oven at 400 degrees to 450 degrees to roast your chicken, to roast your shrimp, to roast your vegetables, to roast your frozen French fries, you're going to get crispy, dry texture regardless. So it's a manufacturing kind of gimmick to call it an air fryer. You're roasting on convection, and you're roasting on high heat on convection, and those things combined create crispy golden exteriors of whatever it may be. So do I need an air fryer? I don't know about all that. I have one. I will tell you, when I want to use it, it's nice to have there. And again, just efficiency factor. If I do want to do frozen French fries on a cookie sheet, I mean, start to finish, it's about a 40-minute process for me. Because I have to get my oven up to 425. That takes a long time. And then they take another 20 minutes to cook in my big oven. If I want to take the same serving and throw them in the basket of my air fryer, no preheat, 12 minutes later, they're on the plate and we're ready to go. Efficient. The one that I got, as I said, I'll show you that one again. This is the one my husband bought for me. He did a lot of research on it, and it just got 100% 5-star, 5-star, 5-star reviews. Everybody absolutely loved it, and it doesn't do anything else. It's just a countertop convection box. That's all that it is. Now, I have played with this tool and learned to do a lot of other things in it that I really love. One thing is I make hard-boiled eggs in it every week. No water, no splatting, hard-boiled eggs. So, I mean, you can do other things in an air fryer. A friend of mine told me the other day that she does baked apples with an oatmeal crumble on top, and she's doing those at a low temp, like 325 or 350. So you can use it for all kinds of things. But the short story on it is a countertop convection oven. The heat element is at the top, not at the bottom typically, with a fan on top of it. And what that's doing is forcing heat down. Boom. And where does heat want to go? Up. So as soon as this fan forces it down, it instantly starts traveling right back up. Then the fan blows it right back down, and then it instantly wants to travel back up. And so you get this just incredibly consistent, nice, dry heat in a very efficient, effective way. Air frying. I hope that's helpful. Let me know if you have an air fryer, if you have some favorite ways to use the tool beyond just high heat convection cooking. And I hope you enjoyed our heat podcasts. We surely enjoyed making them. Join us on Gumroad if you'd ever like to get recipes associated completed with all of these, you can become a Gumroad subscriber. Or you can buy the recipes just to any one individual set of pods. The June 2022 pods are all about heat. And I'll just give you some of my favorite recipes, both for the air fryer and also that I really like the results of convection baking and convection roasting in as well. So have a delicious day. Thanks for joining us here. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Share us with your friends. We would love to get our viewership up a little bit. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, we sure are having a good time making them. Hope you're having a great day. See you next time.